नमस्कार। आज का जो टॉपिक है ओपन एंड क्लोज सेट्स, तो ये सिलेबस के हिसाब से एमएससी थर्ड सेमेस्टर वालों के लिए है और उसका जो फर्स्ट पेपर है फंक्शनल एनालिसिस उसके ऊपर है ओपन एंड क्लोज सेट्स। इससे पहले भी हमने एक लेक्चर दे चुके हैं ओपन सेट्स, उसको पढ़ना और एक मैट्रिक्स स्पेस पढ़ना लाभदायक रहेगा इसको जानने से पहले। तो वी आर डिफाइनिंग द ओपन सेट फर्स्ट। तो ए सबसेट एस ऑफ ए मैट्रिक्स स्पेस एक्स डी इज ओपन if it contains an open ball about each of its points, that is if for all x belongs to S such that there exists r greater than 0 for which bx are less than subset of the S. This we are denoting as equation number 1. So for each point we must have a open ball with radius r and center x such that bx are each subset of the S. Then such type of set is known as open set. So depending on these open sets, for the property of these there are some properties as this theorem. So three properties. The first property is that phi and x are open sets. Here we are considering x d be a matrix space. Then the property of open sets, that first phi and x are open sets. Phi denote the empty set. Second property S1 O2, S1 S2 Sn and so on, Sn are open sets. Then their intersection. Here we are considering finite number of open sets S1 S2 Sn, and these intersection is also an open set. In the third property, that let A be an arbitrary set. This is also known as index set, and if S alpha is an open set for each alpha belongs to A, then union of the S alpha for all alpha belongs to A is an open set. So here we are telling that the arbitrary union of open sets is again a open set. So the proof for these are given in the previous lecture, so we are omitting the proof and students can verify itself, it is easy. So next we are defining the closed set. Closed sets and open sets are related to together. That a subset S of a matrix space XD is closed if it is the complement of an open set. तो कोई भी सेट जो है वो क्लोज होता है इफ एंड ओनली इफ इट्स कंप्लीमेंट इज ओपन। तो ओपन का कंप्लीमेंट हो जाएगा क्लोज सेट एंड क्लोज सेट का कंप्लीमेंट हो जाएगा ओपन सेट। तो सिमिलर टू ओपन सेट, फॉर क्लोज सेट्स आल्सो वी आर हैविंग द थ्री प्रॉपर्टीज कंडीशंस, that phi and x are closed sets. First is similar. Second one, that if S1, S2 and Sn are closed sets, then their union is also a closed set. So in the open set we are considering here intersection, and here we are considering union. The third one is, let A be an arbitrary set, and if S alpha is closed set for each alpha belongs to A, then intersection of the S alpha for alpha belongs to A is again a open set. So here we are considering the arbitrary family of open sets, then their intersection is again a open set. So first property follows directly from O1. For the second we prove this as, here we are given that Si is closed for I equal to 1 to up to n, therefore x minus Si complement, this is a complement of Si. So because Si is closed, therefore this is open for I equal to 1 to up to n. And using the property of open sets, that there are n sets, therefore union of the x minus Si for I varying from 1 to n is open, and therefore x minus union Si I varying from 1 to n is open, and in this way we obtain that union of the Si I varying from 1 to n is closed. So finite number of open sets, then their union is closed. Now C3 follows applying the De Morgan laws. So C1, C2, C3 all properties can be proved by using the De Morgan laws. So next we are defining the limit point of a set. Here set we are considering S be a subset of the metric space XD, and any point of S is an element of any point x belongs to x is known as limit point of S if there is a sequence in S minus x that converges to x, that is sequence in S none of whose terms is x and that converges to x. यदि हमें एक ऐसा सीक्वेंस मिल जाता है x के अलावा जिसमें एलिमेंट्स जो हो सीक्वेंस के वो x के अलावा हो और वो सीक्वेंस ऐसा हो कि x को कन्वर्ज हो रहा हो, तो हम सीक्वेंस जो है वो xn अपन s में कंसिडर कर रहे हैं और लिमिट पॉइंट जो है s में भी हो सकता है या बाहर भी हो सकता है. तो यदि ये सीक्वेंस जो है कन्वर्ज कर रहा है x को तो हम कहते हैं x is limit point of the S. Here we also give one more definition for the limit. A point x belongs to x is called a limit point if every neighborhood of x contains a point of S distinct from x. If every point of x contains a point of S distinct from x, then we say that x is the limit point. So other name also for the limit point is also known as accumulation points or cluster points. So here x is the limit point, we follow its property that if limit point if and only if every neighborhood of x contains a point in S minus x, or equivalently we can say that every neighborhood of x contains an infinite number of points in S. So next we give the property of the limit point, that limit point provide an important characterization of closed sets as always with characterization. This characterization is an alternative definition of the closed set. In fact, many people actually use this as the definition of a closed set, and then definition we are using given above becomes a theorem that provides a characterization of closed sets as complement of open set. So this theorem also in some book considered as a definition of the closed set. So the property a set is closed if and only if it contains all its limit points. तो जिस सेट के अंदर उसके सभी लिमिट पॉइंट्स एग्जिस्ट करते हैं तो उस सेट को हम क्लोज सेट कहते हैं. तो इसका प्रूफ इस तरह से है. पहला इम्प्लाइज पार्ट कि लेट S बी ए क्लोज सेट एंड लेट xn बी ए सीक्वेंस इन S. That is for all n belongs to n, xn belongs to S and that converts to x belongs to x. So we must show that x belongs to S. So suppose that if possible that x belongs to S complement. So since as S is closed and S therefore SC is open, there is an R greater than 0 for which Bxr is a subset of the SC. By the property of open sets that we are having x belongs to SC, therefore Bxr is a subset of the SC. Since xn tends to x and let n0 be such that for all n greater than n0 dxn x is less than r, then for n greater than 0 we have both xn belongs to S and xn belongs to Bxr SC, which is a contradiction. Therefore we have supposed that x belongs to SC is not possible and hence x belongs to S, that is every limit point of a closed set is contained in itself. Its counterpart, suppose S is not closed, so we must show that S does not contain all of its limit points Since S is not closed, therefore SC is not open. Therefore, there is at least one element X of S complement such that every ball BXR contains at least one element of S complement that is equal to S. For every n belongs to n, let Xn belongs to Bx 1 by n intersection S. Then we have a sequence Xn in S and which converges to X that does not belong to S. That is, X is a limit point of S but is not a in S. So S does not contain all of its limit points. So we have proved that. So next we give some particular examples. So example 1, for each n belongs to n, Sn we are considering Sn be an open set or open interval minus 1 by n comma 1 by n, that is subset of the R. Then intersection of the n equal to 1 to infinity Sn equal to 0, set 0. So which is not open. Here we are having the example that the intersection of infinite family of open sets which is not open. So second example, for each n belongs to n and let Sn be the closed set, that is 1 by n comma n minus 1 by n, that is subset of the R. So if we consider their union, then this union is equal to 0 comma 1 which is not closed. So we are having the counter example which shows that C2 would not necessarily hold if the collection were not finite. So next example we are giving example third. Let G be an open set XD and let GO be the union of all open subsets of G. So according to O3, GO is an open set, so GO is clearly the largest because we are considering this as a union of open subsets of G, in the sense that GO is itself open subset of G and every open subset of G is a subset of the GO. That is, GO contains every open subset of G, which we could state informally as GO is at least as large as every other subset of G we call open subset of G. So we call this GO the interior of G and also denoted by INTG, interior G. So similarly as third, doing the same thing for closed set, let G be any subset of the XD and let CLG, we are considering here CLG, be the intersection of all closed sets that contain G. Here we are, let G be any subset which may be closed, open or maybe. Then we are considering all closed sets that contain G and this we are denoting as CLG. So according to C3, CLG is a closed set and it is the smallest closed set containing G as a subset, in the sense that CLG is itself a closed set containing G, and second thing, every closed set containing G as a subset also contains CLG as a subset. So every other closed set containing G is at least as large as CLG. So we call this CLG the closure of G. So using these two examples 3 and 4, we have defined the interior of G. Let G be a subset of the XD, then the interior of G denoted by G, INTG or GO is the union of all open subsets of G, and the closure of G denoted by CLG or G bar is the intersection of all closed sets that contain G. Here we can easily see that G open is subset of the G is subset of the G bar, or interior of the G is subset of the G is subset of the closure of G. So the interior of the complement of G, I and interior GC is called the exterior of the G. So we are defining here exterior. So exterior of G is denoted by EXTG, and this is the interior of G complement. The exterior of G is in other way also we can define the exterior of G is the union of all open sets that do not intersect G. That is the largest open set in GC. Now we define the boundary of a set. So the boundary of G denoted by BDY-G is the complement of interior G union exterior G. That is bound BDY-G equal to interior G union exterior G complement. So we can see that here the interior, exterior and boundary of a set comprise a partition of the set. So we can have here the interior and exterior are both open and the boundary is the closed set. So boundary G equal to closed set G intersection closure of the G bar. So here we have given a small lecture on the open set, closed set, interior, exterior and boundary of the set. So for detail you can consider any reference book of the metric space. I am R.P. Somani. Thank you.